What's up and qué onda everybody? Welcome back to the Modern Roots Kitchen channel. I am your host, Chef Danny Davila from San Antonio, Texas. And today we're gonna be making some shrimp and scallop aguachile. Stay tuned. This is my space. This is my craft. This is Modern Roots Kitchen. Alright y'all, so the first thing we want to do is we want to lay out our mise en place. So we got some olive oil, a lot of lime, some lemon, cucumbers, jalapenos, serrano chiles, a red onion, avocado, and I got half a pound of Gulf shrimp right here, and a half a pound of bay scallops. So we're gonna go ahead and first clean our shrimp, and I'll show you how to do that. So first things first is we're gonna take off the shells. Just rip off the tail. Now these are easy peel shrimp, so they just come right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these. Alright, boom, so we got all the shells off of our beautiful Gulf Coast shrimp. Now I'm going to show you the next step because we're going to ceviche these. So shrimp aguachile is very similar to a standard ceviche. It originates from the east coast of Mexico, and basically aguachile just means chile water. So traditionally it's just made with actual boiling water and some chile piquins, the very tiny, very hot chiles, and a molcajete, and you just grind it up and it cooks the shrimp that way. Nowadays it's made more like a ceviche where you're cooking the shrimp with an acid. Today we're gonna be using lime juice and lemon juice. So to help in that process, I'm gonna go ahead and make these shrimp a little bit thinner. So I'm just gonna cut straight down along the back side until we have almost two pieces, kind of like a butterfly shrimp, just like that. And then once we have that, we're gonna go ahead and remove our vein. And then we have a nice flat shrimp that's gonna be easy for the lime juice to penetrate and cook. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the rest of these shrimp, and we'll get on to the scallops. Right here, check these out, beautiful. Now we're gonna do a similar process to these joints because they need to be a uniform and flat so that they can also be penetrated by the lime juice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of cut these bigger ones in half. You could even go thinner than that. I like to leave a little beefiness to them. So we're just gonna cut them once in half. And we're gonna go ahead and soak these in the lime juice overnight so it will have more of a chance to cook. So just like that is what you're looking for. And then these smaller ones you can just kind of pat down and they'll be the same thickness. To do is get our acid, aka our lime juice and lemon juice, ready to go ahead and cook these overnight in the fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that ready right now. Alright y'all, so we got 5 limes right here and 1 giant lemon. It's up to your preference, you know, flavor profile, whatever you want to do. I like to do mostly lime. We're just gonna go ahead and cut these joints right in half. Don't worry about cross-contamination at this point right now because they're all going to go in the same container. So cut our citrus in half. We got our handy dandy, easy peasy lemon squeezy device right here. We're gonna go ahead and juice all these into a container. I'm just gonna get a nice little glass. Try and keep yourself from making a margarita at this point. Let's focus on the recipe. So go ahead and juice these joints. Alright y'all, so we went ahead and juiced all of our citrus. We got pure 100% unadulterated acid right here. Now we got a beautiful clear Pyrex pan right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put our seafood in there. Everybody ready to bathe in acid. An acid bath, if you will. Alright, so boom. Got that. Now we're just gonna cover it with our citrus mixture. Wash our hands. Now this step is not necessary. I just think tahini is good on everything. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little low sodium tahini right on top. Give it a little more flavor. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and cover this and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and we'll get started with our salsa verde. See you guys in a sec. Alright y'all, so like I said earlier, aguachile is traditionally made with hot boiling water and chile piquin, the origins of it. Now in modern days, it's usually made with like a serrano-based salsa verde with lots of cilantro. The main difference between traditional ceviche and aguachile is the cilantro, the cucumber, and that's really about it. So usually, most of the time when people are making ceviche, they're actually making aguachile by accident. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break down some of these serrano chiles. Now you can go ahead and modify the amount. I have 2 jalapenos and 2 serranos. If you want it less picoso, you can use no serranos, you can use 1 serrano. If you want it hotter, you can throw a habanero in there. It's all up to your preference. I like it with a decent heat to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 serranos and 2 jalapenos, and then I'm gonna remove the ribs and the seeds so it's not excessive, you know. Now, I'm pretty Mexican, so I'm not gonna use any gloves. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the chile oils all over my hands because I'm immune to it by now. But if you're not at home, I would recommend wearing some gloves because, guys, if you're gonna go and try and use the bathroom and you didn't wash your hands properly after handling these chiles, you're not gonna be in a happy place, I can promise you that. So we have our chiles processed. I'm gonna go ahead and get half of this bunch of cilantro. And this is gonna go ahead and go into our sauce. I'm making more of like a cilantro vinaigrette than a salsa verde. It's gonna give a whole lot of herbaceousness, some acidity, some fattiness, and a good spice to our final product. It's gonna be super dope. So we got that, we got our chiles. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some garlic cloves. I'm gonna grab 4 of them. And I'm gonna grab a few more limes. So all the vinaigrette actually is just an acid, a vinegar, or lime juice, and a fat. So we're gonna be using lime juice and olive oil to make our salsa verde slash vinaigrette. So I'm just gonna cut más limones. Feel free to use lemons, limes. You can even throw an orange in there if you're feeling crazy. And I'm just gonna grab a small bowl and I'm gonna go ahead and juice these limes. Alright, so we got our lime juice. Now traditionally a vinaigrette is 2 parts fat to 1 part acid, so we're gonna do it más o menos. So I got this fancy chingadera right here from the as seen on TV at the Ross. So we're gonna go ahead and make our vinaigrette in this thing right here. Might have to make it in batches, but you know, we'll figure it out. So we'll get half our ingredients, half of our lime juice, and quite a bit of olive oil. I'll go ahead and take that off. A little bit more. We're gonna stretch it with a little bit of water. Boom. Twist this thingy on. Boom. Plug it in. Boom. So we got half of our salsa verde. I'm gonna get a bowl. Make sure it's real nice and blended it. pan. We're gonna use this later. Go ahead and make the rest. Jalapenos, serranos, garlic, cilantro, freshly squeezed lime juice, extra virgin olive oil, and a little bit of water. And once more, if you have a blender, even better. I don't have an actual stand-up blender, so I'm using this one. Beautiful bright green color. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve that for later on. And I'll see you guys in a bit. All right guys, we're back. So it's time to go ahead and get our accoutrements for our shrimp aguachile. We got our scallops and our shrimp in the fridge, marinating in that lime juice, cooking slowly. We got our salsa verde / vinaigrette in the fridge también. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some cebolla. I like red onion for this. I'm just gonna try and get some thin slices out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the skin of our onion. Now all we're gonna do is go with the grain this way, as thinly as we can. I'm gonna get some of this English cucumber. So the way I like to do my cucumber is just remove the plastic, cut it in half, and then go ahead, put your hand on top right here and very carefully remove a strip of the skin. I like a little bit of the skin on there, but not too much. So we're gonna go ahead and remove some. All right, so the next thing I like to do with my cucumbers, we've removed the skin on the top. I'm just gonna go ahead with a spoon and remove most of these seeds. They're gonna give a lot of water to our final product. And I don't want too much excess water. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these guys. Make a little boat. Shout out Lil Yachty. And then we're gonna go ahead and thinly slice these on a bias. Curl your fingers, just like this. Go right down the cucumber. Make your way all the way to the end. That's it. So we got our red onions, we got our cucumbers. I'm gonna go ahead and chop a little bit more cilantro. Make sure you use the stems when you're using cilantro, not just the leaves. The stems have way more flavor than the leaves. And do not waste them. Do not waste them. So we're gonna go ahead and chop that up. Got that. A few more limes. You cannot possibly have enough limes for this dish. The more, the merrier. Also, shout out to my boy Austin Valentine for this beautiful cutting board that he made for me. It's freaking amazing. It's got zebra wood, it's got maple, it's got the purple heart, I believe it's called. It's absolutely a beast. So we went ahead and pulled our seafood, our first batch that we did last night, from the refrigerator. We have a beautiful orange pink color on our shrimp, and our scallops are just about cooked. We got our plate for presentation. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump our seafood in a bowl. I'm gonna add our onions. I'm gonna add our cucumbers. Now this is a staple when you're making aguachile too, is you want to have a cucumber in there. Go ahead and add our cilantro. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple cloves of garlic. We're gonna grab our microplane, or we're gonna put those directly in. Some nice fresh grated garlic. Now we're gonna grab our handy dandy easy peasy lemon squeezy once more time. We're gonna put some fresh lime juice in here. We're gonna go ahead and mix this up. I love Mexican food like this. Very fresh, very bright colors. Usually when people think of Mexican food, they think of like, in a bad way, like lots of grease, heavy tacos, burritos, things like that, which is good. You know, you need some manteca in your life once in a while, but a lot of Mexico, especially along the coastline, very fresh ingredients, fresh seafood, beautiful colors, and it's very underrated in pop culture. So, you know, get some of that in your life. It's not just for vacations, you can make it at home very easily. All right, y'all, we're back. It's time to start plating our shrimp aguachile. So I went ahead and got our mixture. So like what I like to do is grab some of our beautiful green salsa verde and pre-mix it straight into the aguachile mix. About 5 spoonfuls. Mix it up so it has some of that flavor directly in there. It's beautiful. So the next step is I'm gonna go ahead and grab our scallops. Make sure your hands are very clean. Go ahead and put those around the plate. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice and tender now. They've been sitting in the lime juice. Beautifully seasoned. Now I'll go ahead and grab a good chunk of our onions. Very thinly sliced. Our cucumbers. Go ahead and put those right in the middle. Got one more scallop right along the edge. Nice little mountain of our accoutrements. Take our shrimp, put those around. Very nice, beautiful orange color on these now. And remember, we flattened them out as much as we could so that they can be cooked by the lime juice. Go ahead and put some of them inside. Just kind of freestyle your plating. This is something you can definitely make for friends and family. Kind of show off your plating skills a little bit. Found another scallop. Another scallop. Now what I like to do is we got some fresh cut aguacate. We put that right in the middle. And then I like to hit it with a little bit more low sodium tahini. Right on there. A little bit more fresh extra virgin olive oil. And And finally, we're gonna grab more of our sauce. Now this sauce, you don't have to use just for this. I like to make a big batch because it's excellent on chicken, it's excellent on a piece of grilled salmon, any fish really. So definitely make plenty of this sauce. Now for serving, I like to use more tahini. And I like tostadas or saltine crackers, salsa Valentina. And the kicker is I like to use some mayonnaise. Now this I got from my in-laws, my suegro's house. I went over one day and they were making some shrimp and rice, I believe, and they were eating it with crackers and mayonnaise, and I've been hooked ever since. So this is our final dish right here. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Grab a cracker. Just a little bit of mayonnaise. Get a nice shrimp. A little bit of onion. A little bit of Valentina. So much flavor. There's a lot of acidity, the fattiness of the olive oil, a little bit of spice, some more fattiness from the mayonnaise. This dish is incredible. You need to go ahead and make it for your family, for your friends. Beautiful for the summertime, next to the pool. You're gonna impress a lot of people with this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.